Okay, welcome back to Country Roads coin roll hunting. I think we're going to get into a little bit of a nickel hunt here tonight. And we're going back to that big bag of nickels that we got the other day. It's equivalent to a box. I think I got like 50 rolls. We already went through 5 the other day and had some pretty good finds in there. And so we'll probably pick out another 5 rolls here, just at random. Try to pick out a few different kinds, maybe if we can see any different ones. There's a different looking roll, and maybe one more. Maybe here's a light blue roll. So there's our 5 rolls for tonight, and we'll see how many of these we can get through. And hopefully we'll find some good stuff. Of course, we're looking for buffalo nickels, V nickels, war nickels, which are silver, and any varieties, repunch mint marks, things like that we might be able to find. So we'll get into this hunt here in just a minute. I'm sure you're just dying to know what's for dinner tonight. Well, it's Friday night here on Country Roads coin roll hunting, and dinner is going to consist of this bowl of potato chips here and a little bit of water. And that's going to be it tonight. There's plenty of things down there in the kitchen. I just don't really feel like fixing anything. So a bowl of chips will be it. Some kettle cooked potato chips. Delicious. And then later on we'll top that off with bowl ice cream later on this evening. So I'll probably get into a few of these chips here before I get into the hunt and wash my hands and then get into the hunt here. So hopefully we find some good stuff. We'll talk at you here in just a minute. Okay, we're back. We got this first roll opened, and I just spread them out there on the table. And I'm not seeing anything that looks like a war nickel. Those would be dark, a lot, almost black sometimes. So I'm not seeing anything. But I'll go through these and let you know if I find anything interesting. I'm going to get to it. Okay, well that didn't take long. Pretty cool find here, just right off the bat. I believe it's a 2002D. Let me take a look at it through the old magnifying glass. Yeah, it's a 2002D, and look real close there at the mint mark. That is absolutely a repunched mint mark. I don't know if you can see that very well in the video, but hopefully so. I've got it about as close as I can get here to the camera. Hopefully it's focusing. So that's pretty cool. We'll take that. Hopefully there's lots more good stuff to be found here. We'll be back here in just a little bit if we find anything else. Okay, looks like tonight may be a really good night. Here's a nice well, not as far as good condition, but just a 1960. So I keep anything pre-1970 as far as nickels go. So that's pretty cool. 1960 nickel there. Pretty nifty. Let's see if that's a D. I can't remember when. Yeah, it's a 1960 D. So the mint marks started going on the obverse of the coin after 1960, and I don't really know the year. That's something I'm gonna have to look up, but that's a pretty cool find. So I'll put it here down. I'll put it down here with these others, and like I say, I found that repunch mint mark 2002D, and I think I found another one. That must be a pretty common error, but I'm gonna set these aside and really look at all these 2002Ds and compare them if I can find some that look like they're not repunch mint marks, and then we'll be able to tell the difference. So hopefully a couple of repunch mint marks here. So if we find anything else interesting, we'll be back. Okay, we're back. This is a 2002P that I'll tell you what, it looks like that's a repunch mint mark. And I may be getting a little bit carried away, but I'm going to set this aside with those other couple of 2002Ds, and we'll really scrutinize those under a a more powerful magnifying glass that I have, and I'll let you know what I find. But this could be a repunch mint mark as well. It really does look like one to me. I could be wrong though. I'll have to do some research. I'll get back with you on that. So we'll set this down here with the others we need to look at. And then we got a 1964D, and it can have a repunch mint mark on the reverse. And I already checked it out, it does not. But a 1964D, we're not going to keep it. 64s are really plentiful. I keep most everything 1969 and earlier, but the 64s are just really plentiful, so we won't keep this one. We'll send it back to the bank. So if we find anything else interesting, we'll be back. Okay, we just finished up that first roll, and here's a few of our finds. Of course, we had all those 2002s up there in the top left, a couple of D's and one P that I think are repunch mint marks, and then we found two 1960 D's and a 1967, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 1967. So we'll hang on to that. So those are three pretty nice coins there. And we found a modern buffalo. What is that? Like a 2004, I believe, or close to it. And then a really hammered 2014, I believe it is. Let me double check those real quick. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, 2016 P. It's really hammered, really nice looking coin. I think I'd like to probably keep that. It's got the full steps, and Jefferson looks pretty nice on this coin, so we'll keep that. And that buffalo we'll save for later, and we'll check it out for the speared buffalo variety. And that is a 2005. That's a 2005 that the buffalo's on. So we'll check it later for a speared buffalo, and I'll let you know what I find. So we'll get into this next roll. This first roll was pretty nice. So we'll talk at you if we find anything interesting. Well, let's just do this. Let's not even cut. Let's just go ahead and open this roll live. We'll open it right on camera and just see if we find anything interesting. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I see a nice dark one right there. I'm gonna go ahead and put these up in front of the camera, and you can see that dark one right there in the center. Could we be lucky enough to find a war nickel? We'll jump right down to that one for sure and just check it out right on camera. Let's hope it is. Let me put the rest of these down. And let's see what we got. We can look on the back if we've got any type of mint mark above Monticello. Monticello is what I want to call it. And it does not look to have a mint mark above Monticello there.
Dirty Turkish back flat and fill a bucket.
So that's not a war nickel, but let's just check the date on that. Huh, look at that. 1985.
Dirty Turkish back flat.
I ought to keep that just so I can show you. Sorry, I'm going to center it there in the view. But I ought to keep that just to compare it to a war nickel, just to show you that that's pretty much what a war nickel looks like when you find one. Lots of times. Just that color. So that one really fooled me, but hopefully we'll find one here in one of these 5 rolls. So we'll go ahead and put this one aside and get on to the hunt here. We'll let you know if we find anything good or interesting. Okay, we're back. And that second roll has produced some pretty nice coins as well. 1962D here. And I looked at this pretty closely, and this looks like it could be a repunch mint mark. I don't know if you can see it right there, but it looks to me to be a repunch D. So we'll set it aside, and we'll of course take a really close look at that to verify if it is or is not. And then here was a 1963D, and no repunch mint mark there. Looked pretty normal to me. But a nice 63D anyway, out of that second roll. And then 3 1964Ds. And none of these look to be repunch mint marks, as far as I can tell. It would be very difficult to see on this camera a repunch mint mark, but we'll get them in there close. But I don't think these are repunch mint marks. So that was all that came out of the second roll. That's pretty cool. So I think what we're going to do is we're gonna wrap up the hunt for this evening and pick up with these 3 rolls here tomorrow morning and get it and finish up the hunt, and hopefully we can find some good stuff in these 3 other rolls. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and knock off for the night and finish up my potato chips here and maybe go watch a movie. I think I'm gonna check out Hidden Figures tonight. I've never seen that one. Hopefully it's a pretty good movie. I hear it is. So you guys have a good evening, and we'll finish up the hunt tomorrow morning. Okay, welcome back to Country Roads coin roll hunting. We're going to open up this 3rd roll here, picking back up on the hunt. Got a good night's sleep last night. Got a good bit of video editing done today, so I thought I'd come back and try to finish off some of this hunt. I don't know if I'll get the whole hunt in this evening, but we'll go through a few more, at least another roll or 2. And I'm looking at this 3rd roll, and I'm not seeing any possible war nickels. There's no dark coins in there, so we'll turn off the camera and come back if I find anything interesting. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back. That didn't take long. Looks like we have a 1999P here. It looks like a repunch mint mark. I'll get in there close, and I'm finding a lot of repunch mint marks in these rolls. And what we'll have to do is that they look like they're repunch mint marks to me, but I will have to go on the PCGS website and see if they have these attributed. Maybe check out some other websites as well, and look at some online photos and just compare them. But this looks like another repunch mint mark to me. So pretty neat find. We'll come back if we find anything else. Okay, well, that 3rd roll was pretty productive. We found a 1941, not a war nickel. I think those started in 42, of course. We didn't enter the war till after December 7th, of course, 1941, that infamous day. So this is a 1941, and it is it's just a P. Pretty cool find though. Not every day you find a 1941 coin. And we found a 1957, I believe. Yep, 1957. D. Pretty cool coin. And that mint mark is on the reverse right there beside Monticello. And then I think this last coin we found in that third roll was a 1961. And it looks like it might be a D as well. Nope. Nope, just 1961. So it's a P. No mint mark on that. So it's a Philadelphia. That's some pretty cool finds. That 1941 was close to a war nickel. Alright. Well, let's just open up this fourth roll live here and see what we find. See if anything comes out of here that looks like it could be a war nickel. That would be really cool. We're getting some good finds out of these customer wrapped rolls. And I'll just kind of hold them up to the camera there and do a little bit of an edge search. There are a lot of dirty coins in here. I'm seeing a lot of coins. I don't know, maybe some metal detect finds or something. Maybe some metal detector finds. So we'll have to look at them. They look kind of eaten up, so we'll have to see what they are. But if we find anything good in this roll, we'll turn the camera back on and clue you in. Okay, we just finished up that third row. And we found quite a few coins in there that are pretty interesting. That front row right here, you can see those are all metal detector finds. They're all caked with dirt and soil. And I just thought I'd show you those. That's kind of interesting. We'll put all those to go back to the bank, but that's the first that I've found like in a significant number in a roll, which is kind of cool. And then here is it's a 2005 Buffalo, one of the newer Buffalo nickels. I guess they only did them there for the 1 year in 2005, but I'm gonna have to try to clean that off to see if it might be the speared Buffalo variety. So it's going to take quite a bit of cleaning. I'll put it here with this other 2005 I have to examine. And then this is a pretty nice find. Let me put this camera down where I can manage the coin a little bit better. This is a 1963 metal detection find. Or metal detector find. I'm going to get that verbiage down one of these times. But that's pretty neat. I'm going to go ahead and I'll keep that. I keep everything pre-1970. So we'll put it with the others. And then I wanted to show you this one. This is kind of interesting. I looked at the backside first and it looked kind of, just normal, a worn nickel that you might see in any roll or any cash register or amount of pocket change. But look at them when I flipped over to the obverse. Look at that. That is one messed up coin. I don't know if you can get any more damage than that. That's interesting. But we'll send that one back to the bank. And then we did find three pretty interesting finds here. Here's this is a 1990 coin that we found in there, but what's interesting about that is it looks to be an off-center strike, and it's not too much off-center. I mean, I'd say it's a very small percentage, less than 5%, maybe less than 2.5%. It's probably within tolerances of air that they're allowed to release from the mint. So we'll just throw it back, but it looks to me to be a little bit of an off-center strike there. I don't think it's worth keeping though. And then we had a couple other finds in that third roll. This is just a 1966, nothing really special, but a 1966 pre-1970 coin. And then I think this was like a 53, I believe. So we're getting a lot of old coins here. It's kind of nice. Be awesome to get a buffalo nickel or a V nickel, wouldn't it? That'd be great. That would be fantastic. So we'll turn off the camera and we'll come back if there's anything interesting. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put these with my other finds and that I'm keeping. And let's go ahead and just open this last roll. This is our 5th and last roll. We'll just go ahead and open it live. See if there's anything that might be worth looking at, as far as maybe a war nickel or something. So let's take a quick gander at those. Whoa, the old camera pivoted around there. I don't really see anything that looks to be dark or particularly worn. So we'll just look through all these and come back again if there's anything interesting. Let me know in the comments if you think you see any war nickels or anything that I'm missing or haven't seen. And be sure to let me know that you if you like the content. Be sure to smash that like button and share the video with your friends and leave a good comment there. And be sure to subscribe if you're enjoying the content. We'll be back here in just a bit if we find anything interesting. Okay, we're back. We just finished up that 5th roll and we found a few interesting coins. No more metal detector finds, so that was kind of nice. But excuse me, I thought I'd show you this one that I found in there. Nothing too special about it, except I just wanted to show you that machine wrap damage on that. I've seen videos where people didn't, they were doing a coin roll hunt, they found something like this and they didn't know, what this kind of damage was. And I just thought I would show you. This is damage from the machine that wraps the coins into the rolls. So it severely diminishes the value of the coin, when it gets this damage either on the obverse or reverse. But if you were to find a really rare coin or something, you'd still want to keep it, depending on the rarity and whatnot, possibly have it graded. But the machine wrap damage certainly would devalue the coin somewhat. So I just thought I'd show you that. We'll take that back to the bank. And then we found, I'll tell you what, I'm beginning to wonder if some of this might be a collection dump here, because I am finding a ton of repunched mint marks. This is a 1982 D, and that D is definitely repunched. There's no doubt in my mind about that. This one for sure is a repunched mint mark, so really cool. Really cool. Glad to find that. It's not a BU coin or anything, so it'll be interesting to see what the value of this is. If it's a recognized variety on PCGS's website. I'm sure this coin's not going to be worth $100 or anything. It's going to be more like, it's a nickel, so it's worth 5 cents. So it might be worth, a repunch mint. It might be worth a quarter, or maybe 50 cents, or maybe even a dime or something. We'll have to see. Be interesting to find that out. If I can find that out, I'll let you know. But definitely not a mint state coin, but a good find nonetheless. And then we found 2 coins from a pre-1970. This one is a 1962. So a good find. Pretty cool. It's just a 1962P Philadelphia. So we'll put it up here with all the rest. And then we found this grungy 1950. It's a 1959 coin, 1959 Jefferson nickel, and it's got some grunge there on the front, but we'll keep it nonetheless. It's a D. It's a D as well. And that D looks a little interesting to me. I'm gonna have to check this out. Hold on just a minute. No, false alarm. No repunch mint mark there. But a good find nonetheless. We'll put it with all the others that we're going to keep. So here we are. This is the, what we found so far tonight. And a little bit from yesterday. But you can see quite a...
Patrick, say that again.
That again.
No, the other thing.
Quite a few finds here. Here's some 64s that I need to kind of double check. They're 64Ds, make sure they're not repunch mint mark. I don't think they are, these three. These were all just pre-1970 nickels. And then here are some repunch mint mark nickels, I believe. Then here's those two buffaloes I'm going to look into, see if we can't find a speared buffalo. And then here's just a, I think this was just a really nice, really nice full steps coin. It's a modern coin. I think it's a 2016 P, I believe. You might be able to see that there. Nice full steps. Lots of luster, and I think it is a P there. Let me take a look at the magnifying glass. Yeah, definitely a P. Nice coin there. I want to keep that. And I'll tell you what, sometimes have you ever been just having so much fun you just didn't want to quit? Well, that's kind of what's going on tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a bonus roll. We finished the 5, so we're going to just go ahead and do one more roll because we're just having so much fun. And I'll tell you what, if you stay till the end of the video, I think we're going to come up with a catchphrase here and maybe have another giveaway like we did in the first video. So if you hang out till the last, I'll give you the catchphrase, and if you can send it to me in an email at bill.gerencir@gmail.com, you'll be registered in the drawing for the giveaway. And it'll be something kind of interesting, I'm sure. So let me open this roll and see what we find here. These customer wrap rolls are pretty interesting. Usually when I do nickel hunts, I get bank wrapped rolls, but these are customer wrapped rolls, so kind of different for me. I don't see anything dark there that would be a war nickel. Let me know in the comments if you see anything, but we'll go through these and I'll let you know what I find. Okay, we're back. We finished that bonus roll and we found this 2005 Buffalo, and I already looked at it to see if it was the speared buffalo variety. Man, I'm dying to find one of those. I've never found one. They say they're pretty common. It's not like impossible to find one, so that would be fun. So we'll throw that one back. And then this is a 1960s, I believe. No. This is it's a 1970, but it's a 1970S, which is pretty unique here in West Virginia. You're not going to find a ton of S coins. You're going to find some, but not a ton. And of course, 1970 being what, 48 years ago, 49 now, they're gonna have plenty of time to circulate over to the East Coast, but that's kind of cool, so I'll probably keep that. Kind of a neat find. And then I found three 1964 Ds to look for the repunch mint mark, and this one here looks to have one. The other two didn't. I went ahead and threw them in the bin to go back to the bank, but this one to me looks like another repunch mint mark. So I'll tell you, if this isn't part of a collection dump, I would be very surprised. I normally do not find this many repunch mint marks, but since you've hung around for this long, I really appreciate you staying, and I hope you're liking the content. And you're sharing it with your friends and just enjoying the videos as much as I'm enjoying the hunts. So be sure and hit that like button a couple of times, and be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. And we'll go ahead and give you that code phrase. And the code phrase is, if you remember from last night when we started the video, I was going to go watch a movie, and I did, and the name of the movie was Hidden Figures, and it turned out to be a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. So it was about the African American women that were helping out with the space program or worked down there during the 60s, and were really influential with the space program and everything that we were doing, trying to beat the Russians into outer space and to the moon. So that was really cool. I enjoyed that. So the code phrase is Hidden Figures. So if you send that to me in an email at bill.gerencir@gmail.com, I'll register you for the drawing, and we'll be giving away something kind of cool. It's nothing super awesome. It's not like a 1909 VDB or anything, but it'll just be something nice that I'm sure you'd like to have if you're an avid coin person or coin collector. So thanks again. Thanks for hanging out with me. And we still have quite a few of these nickel rolls left to go. You know, we've only been through 2 hunts, and I think I did an extra roll, so 11 rolls. So we've got 39 more rolls to go, and hopefully we'll find some silver in there. But thanks for hanging out with me here on Country Roads Coin Roll Hunting. And until next time, take her easy.